Hello, everyone. It is Wednesday, the 27th of May. How are you? And you, but especially you in the back corner. How are you doing tonight? Tell me about it. That is what I want to know. That is. Let me get the other screens live now. Boom, boom, boom. I think we are almost there. Come on here. There we go. Oops, am I there? Yes, I think I'm all going now. All the screens are going. It is a great day, everybody. A great day for a great day. Great to have you here with me live or on the replay. Hey, Carrie, how are you? How are things in Florida? Hope all is well with you in sunny Florida. Hope it's sunny. Oh. I talked to Florida. I spent a lot of time with Florida people yesterday. Today not so much, but yesterday I was on with Florida a lot. Uh, boom, boom. Let's see. There we go. Now all my screens are going. But it is a nice day. It's been warmer here in New England, but it's a nice day. Sunny, mostly sunny. Hey Lou, how are you? Hope all is well in Iowa tonight. And no rain yet here. That's good. Uh, we had a lot of rain over the weekend. Hey, Rose, how are you? Been seeing all those posts. You've been posting like crazy lately. Hey, rainy. The rain's all in South Carolina. Hey, Rick, good to see you here. Happy to have you here live tonight. Let's get started with our opening quote tonight. Our opening quote tonight. Boom. Our opening quote tonight is when you have a good idea and you've tried it and you know it's going to work, go ahead and do it because it's much easier to apologize later than get permission. When you have a good idea and you've tried it and you know it's going to work, go ahead and do it because it's much easier to apologize later. There you go. So tonight I thought I'd talk about a little bit of, oops, hang on a second, I lost my one screen there. I love it. You're doing a great job with it. You and Jessica are doing a great job, Rose, with your videos. I've had a lot of them. I've noticed a lot of them in my feed, and you're really, you're having fun. You're having fun, and that's really what it's all about. Why do any of this if we're not having fun? And that's not to say we all don't have hard days. We do. Oh, that's why it's dark here. I'm missing the one light. I'm like, why does it feel so dark? Uh, there, that's a little brighter. That's a little brighter. And we do all this. We work hard, we play hard, but having fun and being genuinely having fun is such an important thing and such a great thing. It is really cool. It is really cool. Hey, Dodie, how are you? How are things in Texas? How are things down there? Hope all is well in Texas. Talked to my sister in Texas this morning. She called this morning. Um, and that's something to always keep in mind. Okay, we do this to provide for our lives and to fulfill our dreams, but another big part of it is really to have fun. I mean, we got to have fun. We should have fun more times than not. Okay. Steve Jobs used to say, and I forget what his count was. So, like, if he hated going into work 5 days in a row, he looked at himself in the mirror and said, "What do I have to change?" Was the basic premise. Okay, he would look at himself in the mirror with that and say, if I hated going to work 5 days in a row, what I have to change. Okay, I have to change is the essence of what Steve was saying there. Um, part of what I wanted to talk about tonight was scarcity. And, we're buried in scarcity. Okay, we are buried in our stores in scarcity. Okay, you don't have 100 of this pink shirt. You can't pick up the phone and order more from the warehouse of this pink shirt, this exact pink shirt in this size. You can't pick up the phone and order more pink calculators. You just can't do that. You have everything you have in your store, or most everything you have in your store is limited supply, limited time only. Um, a limited chance to get it, a limited chance to get it. And that is something that in all our storytelling, because we live it, we forget to talk about it. Okay? Because we live it, we forget to talk about it. We just don't talk about it. I mean, sometimes we do. You better hurry up. The thing you thought about yesterday, someone else went home and thought about the day before and came in and bought it today. All those sayings, we don't tell that story enough in resale. And traditional retailers feel resale nipping at their heels. Okay, resale used to be a pest that nobody wanted to have anything to do with. And now resale is the hot talking point. But really, what retail is taking from resale isn't business, okay? Isn't your sales. It is your sales strategy. Think about that for a second. What traditional retail is taking from resale is not the ability to sell used things, okay? Everybody, that's all part of sustainability. That isn't even a rounding error. They want to sell new goods. Okay, that is something they don't want anything. They don't do it well. They don't want to do it well. That isn't where they're going. They're going to that's for sustainability. But what they are taking from resale, what they are saying resale does well for them for is you're a better salesperson. You are a better salesperson than traditional retail. And that is just the reality. And traditional retail is saying, waking up, and saying, hello, I see this. I see this happening. I see this happening. Okay. And we can learn something from that. So a perfect example that's been all over the news is Swatch. Okay, Swatch, the Swatch watch. Okay, back for those of us old enough, and I know not all of us here are old enough. For those of us that are old enough, back to the late 80s, early 90s. Okay, with the Swatch watch, and they had this limited edition drop that all of a sudden, you can buy on eBay for thousands of dollars. Okay, but they did that with scarcity and they had lines. They had to close their stores because the lines were so long waiting to get this Swatch watch that each store only had so many of. And only so many of them were currently available of this mass produced item. Okay, it wasn't a luxury timepiece. Okay, that Rolex did, or that was Swiss watchmakers were meticulously making by hand. This was a mass-produced timepiece with limited quantity. We have seen it at Target, where they have had collaboration drops with designers with limited edition, limited quantity. You see it all the time on websites now, whether it's for clothing or booking a hotel room. Oh, only 2 rooms left, only 2 things left of this shirt. 7 left. You better buy it now. They are creating scarcity even when no scarcity exists. Okay, there might be 700 left. Okay, and they're telling you there are 7. Okay, and that there's 20 people looking at this item right now. They're putting these things out there to tell the story of scarcity because scarcity makes people buy. Okay? They have learned that from resale. They have said, "Holy crap, resale's got this right. Resale is doing this every freaking day." Okay? We can do something with that and still build volume, build scarcity. Okay? It creates price pressure, okay? And less discounting. So they're using it to reduce discounting. And we'll talk about that as a separate thing because discounting in traditional retail is planned at the buy, okay? Planned when they order the shirt, the couches, the whatever they're doing. That's when they plan their discounting. The discounting, as soon as that purchase order is written, they know exactly what they're going to discount. I don't want to delve into that, but this scarcity element is something they are latching onto right now. And because we live in scarcity, we become honestly oblivious to it. We become oblivious to it. It's just part of our world. You laugh when somebody says, "Well, do you have another one of these in a size small? Do you have that in 2 different colors?" Okay? I mean, that's almost a joke of resale. Okay? But we're so buried in scarcity that we forget to tell the story of scarcity. And because resale is attracting so many new customers, okay, who may have never considered resale before, they don't know it. And if they don't know that it's scarce, if they don't know that your inventory is fresh all the time, if they don't see and know and believe in your scarcity, they think Macy's doing a better job of it than you. They think Target's doing a better job of it than you. They think Swatch is doing a better job than you. Okay? So, the underlying lesson is own the scarcity. Okay? It is part of our DNA. It is a fabric of resale. Okay, and it seems so obvious. Okay, V8 moment here. Okay, date myself. Take me back to the Swatch. We'll V8 moment this, and it is so obvious. It is so obvious, but that's why it gets forgotten. That's why that story gets skipped. Okay, you can't order another one of these up. Now we'll talk about inventory sourcing and getting the best inventory from your suppliers as a different topic because we can certainly drive that and we can certainly create that in such a way that really drives what you need more of. So if you need more pink shirts and you've got a pink shirt person, we can drive that. But the core of your core of your business is scarcity and living and owning the scarcity. Because when you live and own it, okay, when you drive customers down that road and you remind them of that, okay, they reward you at the register because you're not lying to them. You aren't doing what the big guys are doing, which is artificially creating it. You naturally have it. It is part of your business. It is part of your business and who you are. And that's something never to forget. That is something never to forget because it's part of who you are. But it's only part of your story when you tell the story. We have to tell that story. We know it won't be here long. We know it won't be here in a week. I was with a store, was it all only yesterday. This week weird for everybody else, with with the holiday and everything, Tuesday felt like a Monday, overwhelming Monday, and the days are just off. When you have those kind of holidays like that. But it is, I was talking with a store yesterday, and their 7 day sell through, was about 25%, which is awesome. Okay. And what I mean by their 7 day sell through of the items that they received in the last 7 days, okay, about 25% of them have gone back out the door. Which is great. So 1 in 4 items that were here last week that just came in are no longer in the store, and which was wonderful for that. That was a wonderful number to look at, and there were other inventory issues that creates. But the fact that 1 in 4 is already out the door, that tells the story of scarcity. That tells the story of what you're doing. That tells the story of what you do with for your suppliers and for your shoppers, and that's what keeps bringing people back in because they want what's new. That's right, Rose. Stressing it on your online listings. You've been doing a really good job pushing your online and talking about your online. That has been really important because it is a growing area of the business. It is an area to really grow your business and grow your sales. Because there's even your local people, some of your local people that'll pay for shipping aren't going to walk in your store. But again, that whole scarcity is huge. That whole scarcity is huge. So but we need to be better about telling the story. You need to be better about telling it. That is what I'm telling you tonight. Be better than Swatch. Be better than retail. Be your best self and tell that story. Not out of fear, but out of reality. Out of reality. Because that pushes people, to go from someday to today. And someday is not a day on the calendar. When are you going to get this? Today. Today. Today, as the song goes. That is the story. What else you should get today is if you haven't joined the all-new Resale Rise yet, at resalerise.com, that is on sale till the end of the month. The sale ends on that at the end of the month. So get over to resalerise.com and take advantage of that. Sale ends at the end of the month. It goes up to its regular price at the end of the month. You know what else is happening? This video and everything I talk about goes over to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and oh yes, ring the bell, ring it so you know when another one drops. You could also share it with everybody you know in business, the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, so we can help everybody run a better business. I am here every Sunday and Wednesday at More 8 Than Ish, Sunday and Wednesday at More 8 Than Ish. But if you have a question in between, just email me, Neil, Neil, at resalerise.com, Neil at resalerise.com. Yeah, we can talk about that, Rose, because I don't think there's a story there. There's a story to be told. I'll put that in the back of my head to work on one for that. We start the program every night with our opening quote. Our quote tonight was, "When you have a good idea and you've tried it and you know it's going to work, go ahead and do it. Because it's much easier to apologize later than get permission." Ooh, our closing quote tonight is a mic drop moment. You'll never find a rainbow if you're looking down. You'll never find a rainbow if you're looking down. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah, a end of May party. I don't know. We're gonna party. Yes, we will. But until then, and until Sunday at More 8 Than Ish, it'll be the end of May on Sunday. Know that you, but most importantly you, yes, you're not alone running this store. Have a great night, everybody. I'll see you, yes, you, on Sunday.